Everybody, Josh 12 back here again with another video, and I'm here with another DC Talk video, and I'm here to talk all things Superman. Yes, according to The Wrap, earlier this week we got some very interesting news regarding the Superman franchise, and apparently Warner Brothers is actively developing a Man of Steel sequel. Now, for me personally, I'm here to give you my personal thoughts on it. However, I can definitely say I'm very cautiously optimistic about this. Though on one side, I'm very excited the fact that they're giving us a Man of Steel sequel, seeing as how that's long overdue. I definitely believe we needed more Superman films before we got to Batman Superman Dawn of Justice. However, that's neither here or there. When it comes to the DCEU, we can only go forward at this point in time. We can't go back. It's sad, but true. But at the end of the day, I feel like we're in a very interesting period in the Superman franchise, which was the deconstruction era of Man of Steel and Batman Superman Dawn of Justice. Now we're in the reconstruction, the rebirth era, if you will, of the Superman character with Justice League and the upcoming Man of Steel 2. Now, for me personally, what I'd really like to see out of Man of Steel 2 is obviously a storyline that can really redeem the character and give us something that's relatable towards Henry Cavill's Superman. At this point in time, Henry Cavill's Superman hasn't really done anything that gives us the impression that he's relatable to all the other characters, which is probably more than likely the main reason as to why they killed him off in the last film. However, there's something that I really like to see, which is a storyline that is phenomenal, that's been done in both the animated universes and some of the TV verses, which is For the Man Who Has Everything, a storyline by Alan Moore that really does an amazing job at giving us a new perspective on Superman and what his heart truly desires. And that's something that I really like to see done on screen. And of course, there's also the impression that we're in this weird DC disaster porn period, so we also have to have these large, kind of crazy things going on in these crazy, over-the-top superhero films. So, of course, the other logical reason or path they can go with this Man of Steel sequel is possibly have Brainiac show up. There's a fucking villain that's been tossed around for years. How about we have Brainiac show up and do something that I like to see, which is, I guess, take Metropolis, shrink it to his little tiny city collection that he likes to do, take it to another part of the world, then like he fights Superman, he loses, drops the city and another part of the planet so that Metropolis and Gotham no longer are next to each other, because I don't know about anybody else, but I don't know, for some reason it just deeply bothers me that Metropolis and Gotham are 10 to 20 miles apart from each other. That's just stupid. So Brainiac needs to come in and change that. That's kind of like another dream I like to see. But overall, those are kind of like my official thoughts on the story. Directing wise, there's not really anything I can say other than the fact that more than likely Zack Snyder will not be attached, possibly as producer, as he seems to be doing with a lot of these movies. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure all of us can agree that Zack Snyder directing Man of Steel 2 more than likely will not happen, and I kind of don't really want to see it happen. He's already directed so many other DC films. It's time to see new blood come in and do some crazy new things. So that's pretty much the best thing I can say on it. However, if there's something that I really like to see besides the whole directors and stories from the comic books they can do, which is do not fast track this. Warner Brothers has done something that really I find despicable, which is the DC films have been fast tracked. Suicide Squad is a good example of this, where Suicide Squad, you had a really weird battle between David Ayer and Warner Brothers, where you only had several weeks to craft the story of Suicide Squad, which is one of the main reasons as to why the story falls flat in that film. And I really would like to see Warner Brothers take their time developing this film. They're in active development right now. Don't put a date on it. I know there's 2 mystery slots in the DC film slate coming out October 2018 and November 2019. A lot of people are speculating, oh, that could be Batman and Superman solo films. Just take it off. Take it off. Take your time developing this. Do this the Ben Affleck way. Ben Affleck, he's taken his time developing his solo Batman film, which is one of the main reasons I say he has a lot of potential to make one of the greatest Batman films of all time, because he's taken the time to really develop this story. Do the same thing with Man of Steel 2. This is a chance for Warner Brothers to reconstruct and give new life to this character that has been destroyed with the films. So, overall, Man of Steel 2 could be a major win for Warner Brothers, or it could be just another disaster porn Superman film that leads to nothingness. And also, if there's anything I like to see, is also do some Kryptonian shit. There was a lot of Kryptonian, unanswered questions that were done in Man of Steel that I like to see them kind of approach, and, I don't know, bring in Supergirl, throw her in there, I don't know. I'm just saying, we need to get some more female superheroes in this DCU. It's starting to become a sausage fest, if you know what I mean. But overall, those are my official thoughts on Man of Steel 2. I'm excited, but I'm also cautiously optimistic. And I also feel this is a great opportunity for Warner Brothers to really give us new life into the Superman franchise and give us the Superman that we all love and deserve, and the kind of Superman that they promised to give us at the end of Man of Steel. So hopefully with the sequel they can do that, and if they don't, well then that I guess is just another nail on the coffin on DC. But that's pretty much been my personal thoughts on it. Comment below and let me know what you personally think on Man of Steel 2 and its active development. With that being said and done, shameless plug time. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Joch12. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. And hope you guys enjoyed. And this has been Joch12.